Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, January 5th. Back on the trail again. Got off on the 3rd. Went into Florida City. Got a hotel room, got cleaned up, got resupplied at Walmart. Got all my town chores taken care of. And then the 4th morning, which was Tuesday morning, I met Brian Pruitt, and he picked me up, took me out to Trail Lakes Campground for the Florida Trail kickoff event. So I had a real good event out there. There was probably a dozen Florida Trail hikers out there. A couple of people who've hiked it before. Boppet was there, Punisher, Turtle and Pup was there. So some of the people I've watched on YouTube videos, you might check those out, but they've got some good videos out there as well. They were there at the event, and I had a real good opportunity to talk to them and get their insight on some of the trail things they saw on the trail. So real good event. The Florida ECT Thru-Hiker group, as well as the Florida Trail Association, put on a great event. Had plenty of food. I mean, just basically pushing all the food on us that they had. So they were real good. They fed us real good. Had good breakfast this morning. Had paella last night. Went out to eat at a local restaurant in Glade City. So plenty of food, plenty of good conversation with other thru-hikers, and got a chance to meet some people I may be seeing later on in the hike. So had a real good time there. But anyway, for today, I'm looking at, started by 11 o'clock. I'm hoping to get about 12 to 16 miles in the day. Find a place to camp, and then get moving down the trail towards Roberts Lake Trail, which is probably close to 50-ish miles away from here still. So got a pretty good distance to go, and hopefully make up some of that today and keep pushing on through till I get there. Good morning. It's Thursday, January 6th, 2022, day 11 of my Eastern Continental Trail hike. And I want to start off with saying happy anniversary to my mom and dad, Tom and Donna Hopper. They are celebrating 60 years together today. So pretty exciting. Have parents that have been together that long, I guess, in today's world. So I want to say thanks to them for putting up with each other that long. I'd also like to say happy birthday to Jessica Hopper. And I won't mention how old she is, as I was taught at a young age, don't disclose ladies' birth age, or age, I mean. So anyway, happy birthday, Jessica, and happy anniversary to Tom and Donna Hopper. I spent a night last night by Canal Lock, really good spot. Had some nice palm trees to get up under. It's close to the neighborhood, so there was a little bit of noise from the neighborhood last night, but other than that, it was a good place to sleep. Grass was mowed, and nice place to camp out. So today I'm wanting to do about 25 miles. I've got 45 to get to Roberts Trail, and they say that's probably one of the toughest parts of the the old Florida trail. So don't want to get into that late in the day, so I'll probably camp right before I get there. So I want to do about 25 today, maybe 20 tomorrow. Kind of line me up good for that section. I did have a little bit of trouble with my feet yesterday. Started getting a hot spot on the ball of my left foot, and didn't see any blisters, but I got it taped up this morning. Hopefully keep anything from slowing me down there. So anyway, we're headed down the trail, the canal walk again today, and ground's a little rougher than I thought it might be. Looks like there's some old pavement here that's been covered up with gravel, and pavement's kind of chewed up in places. So a little rougher than I thought, but be a nice warm walk in the sun. Sun's just coming up over the horizon as we're talking, and hopefully we can not get too hot today as we walk through the canals. Good morning. It's Friday, January 7th. I'm on day, it'll be 13 of my ECT hike, and still doing the canal walks. It should be my last day of canal walks. I just left a lock on Highway 41, and I've got about 23-ish miles to the beginning of the Roberts Trail. So my goal is to get there, camp right at the head of the Roberts Trail tonight, and then start the Roberts Trail tomorrow. So last day of canal walks. Tomorrow I'm into the Everglades. Well, it's day 13, and I got my first rain shower in Florida. Looks like it's coming down pretty good. My umbrella seems to be doing okay. Legs are getting a little wet, but I kind of expected that. So, got about, another 12 miles to go to get to where I want to camp tonight. So, hopefully this rain doesn't last the whole 12 miles. Well, today's the day I've been waiting for. After 12 days, 192 miles, I'm finally going to hit some single track trail and start walking through the Everglades. So this is the beginning of the Roberts Lake Trail right here behind me, and I got about 9 miles to get to Oasis. So we're going to hit this, and hopefully it's not as bad as the rumors have it, and I can get through here in less than a day's time and maybe get some time on the actual Florida trail this afternoon. So anyway, this is a start, and really excited to get going into the swamps, or Everglades, I guess. Well, good morning. It's Sunday, January 9th, and I'm starting on my second part of the Big Cypress Preserve section. So I camped out at 7 Mile Camp last night. So when I got into the 7 Mile Camp last night, the water source there was dry, a little bit of mud in the bottom of a cypress stand. So I looked at the next source, which was about a half mile up the trail, and that's where I ended up getting my water from. So I walked up there and then walked back to the camp. Camp was pretty nice, had a picnic table, 2 or 3 tent sites. Had a couple of guys from Miami in at the site last night, just out for a weekend hike. So that was kind of neat to have some company. And anyway, I'm walking up to the water source now to get me some more water for the day. Sounds like later in the day I may not have to worry about water, but right now the water sources have been pretty dry, which is surprising me for being in the Everglades. Good morning. It's Monday, January 10th. I'm about 2 miles into my hike, a little over, maybe about close to 3 miles into my hike. I'm standing in the middle of a cypress swamp. I'll kind of turn the camera around here in a minute and show you guys what I'm looking at. But I'm standing in about mid-calf water, and there's a lot of these cypress trees around with the bromeliads, I think they're called, on them. There's one right here behind me that's starting to get ready to bloom. Hasn't quite opened up yet, but I'm sure it'll be real pretty when it does. Probably won't be around by the time it opens, but I think I'm going to be a little bit ahead of the season. So anyway, I've got about 7 miles to hike out of the swamps tonight to get to the I-75 interchange, and then I can get on dirt road there and head on up towards the Seminole Nation. So that's my goal. There's a place called Noble's Camp about 2 miles from the Seminole Reservation to camp at, and that's where I'm shooting for tonight. Well, I made it to Thank God Island, appropriately named. It's been about 3 miles since I left camp this morning, and it's just been a slog through swamps and mud. So thank God I'm here. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. I have about 4 miles left. Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 11th, day 17 of my Eastern Continental Thru-Hike. I just left the Nobles Camp this morning, heading towards the Seminole Indian Reservation. Right now it looks like it's about 59 degrees out, so one of the coolest mornings I've had. I'm really excited about having a little bit cooler weather. I do have quite a bit of canal walking ahead of me between here and Belle, Glade, which is my first town stop on the Florida Trail. So hopefully the weather won't get too hot today, and I'll have a nice canal walk ahead of me. So anyway, the Seminole Reservation won't let us camp through their property, so it's about a 22-ish mile road walk through their property and over to the canals on the other side. There is a restaurant / convenience store in about the middle of that, and I plan to stop there and maybe do a light resupply for some breakfast items, and maybe grab some lunch there if there's something good to eat. So I made it to the Seminole Reservation gate, and I'm going to be heading that way. Now I'm on the Seminole Reservation. It looks like it's more road walk. Going to be road walk all the way through the reservation, and then when I get on the other side of it, I'll be doing some canal walk. So the terrain around here is somewhat tropical, somewhat dry. So I mean, it's kind of a neat combination of what's around here. But the palm trees really make it cool, mixed in with the pines. So it's a really neat environment to be walking through. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 12th, day 18 of my Eastern Continental hike. So I am on the canals heading up towards Lake Okeechobee right now. So there's some construction going on over here on the canal next to me. There's a truck driving by maybe. Anyway, I've got about 25-ish miles I'm going to try to hit today. All flat walking, of course, on the top of these canals. You can see behind me, it's just that kind of walk for all day. So not the most exciting. I'm kind of looking out to the sides, and you kind of get some water management area out here. You get some wildlife out there, but overall, not the most exciting terrain to be walking through. Good morning. It's Thursday, January 13th, day 19 of my Eastern Continental Thru-Hike. I'm still walking canals. I'm on a road right now. The actual trail is on that other side of the canal over there, but it rained this morning and the grass and weeds were about knee-high. I got tired of getting wet, so I jumped over here to the road, and I'm just gonna walk down the road until I get over to the Miami Canal Road, which is where the trail goes next. So I'm headed towards Belle, Glade. I've got, I think it's like 15 miles today. I'm maybe three and a half in, and it's been a pretty good morning so far. Rained on me a little bit as I was heading out, but the sun kind of popped out and looks like it's gonna be a nice hot day today. So not gonna be my favorite type of hiking weather, but we should be able to make it through the day, make it to Belle Glade, and get a hotel and a shower for the night. Well, I've made it to Lake Okeechobee. That's it in the background. Right at 100 miles on the Florida Trail, 300 miles since I left Key West. So it's a landmark for me and a milestone for me, I guess, and I'm excited to be here. Well, good evening. I'm in a hotel room in Belle, Glade this evening. I'm trying to get my food packed up, charge my batteries up. I've got to fix a trekking pole. The top of it broke off of. I'm trying to fix that. I've got to repackage all some of my stuff to make sure everything will fit. And I'm doing laundry. That's why I'm wearing my rain suit. So it's kind of a busy night, but trying to get everything done so I can get back out on the trail tomorrow. Got a big blister on my pinky toe on my left foot, so I'm going to be messing with that here in a little bit, trying to get it well enough that I can walk on it tomorrow and not walk weird, which is causing me other pain in my foot. So it's a good opportunity to get cleaned up and just get all refreshed and ready to go back on the trail again for another 5-day stint to River Ranch is my next time off. So that's all I got for now. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoy the video that I'm putting out. I just got one more thing before I go. Remember, just get out there and make your own adventure.